What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks to the powers of Zoom, yet again, I am sitting down here with 2024 four-star defensive lineman, Pace Academy rising senior, and Clemson commit, Hevin Shuler. Hevin, thanks for coming on. It's an honor to have you. I'm super stoked to get this done. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. Just happy to be here. I watched your TikTok, so just happy I got to be on an interview.
Oh, dude, I appreciate that so much. I appreciate the support of everybody, but whenever you actually hear it from someone, it's like, man, it's because a lot of times I just get caught up in the numbers, but I realize then it's like people are tuning in and it's
Yeah.
crazy, and I'm hoping I can get a lot of y'all some exposure with these interviews as well. Now, you've been a commit of the Tigers since the spring. Can you tell me about that first time you ever got to tour the campus? Possibly any memorable Dabo quotes at all?
So my first time I toured the campus, Coach Easton wasn't actually there. I don't know if you remember, but they had like the big D line coach change. Coach Todd Bates went to Oklahoma. Coach Nick Easton came in. So the first person who actually recruited me was Coach Bates. And I remember my first day. I think I was a rising sophomore going into my sophomore year. I had went to that camp date June 1st, and man, I remember it was hot outside, and when I actually finally got to do the tour, I was like, whew, I finally saw Coach Sweeney, and what was crazy was we were taking pictures, and I was like, how you doing, Coach? I don't know if you know who I am or not. And he said, nah. He said, nah, I know exactly who you are, and if you come here, I definitely expect great things from you. So I say that was probably my first interaction with Coach Sweeney.
Coach Sweeney seems to have such a good relationship with all of his recruits and like players that come through his program. Um, it's crazy how like everyone I've talked to that's associated to Clemson or has gone to Clemson that knows Dabo, it's like they feel like personally connected to him. You know what I mean? Like, so like you said, Coach Bates went with Venables to Oklahoma. Um, but then Coach Eason took over your recruitment. I would love to hear about the relationship that like you and Coach Eason, the defensive line coach, has had throughout your recruitment up until now.
When he first got to Clemson, um, I actually didn't hear from Clemson for a while. I didn't know if I was still on their board or not, but Coach Easton had, I got able to, talk to him on the phone. He was like, "Nah, nah, trust me. When the time is right, you'll be my first defensive line offer." And I was his first defensive line offer. So we've just been like this ever since that first interaction. I got offered my sophomore year, going to my junior at the spring game. That was my first offer, and I remember walking out of Coach Sweeney's office, and I saw Coach Easton, and I was like, "Hey, Coach, did you know about this?" He's like, "Yes, sir, for sure. You earned it. You're a Clemson type guy, and I'd love to coach you." And the relationship with him, my mom, my grandmother, it's been wonderful so far.
That's great to hear, dude. I love that. I love when players and coaches have that kind of just like tight knit bond kind of relationship. You can always rely on the word, or you can always account on the word of the coaches and vice versa. Was that spring game last year the one you got offered at, or was it the year before? Do you
I think
remember?
it was the year before last year. Yeah, it was the year before last year. I'm
So
pretty sure.
2021.
Yeah.
Okay, I was at the
Yeah.
2022 one, so I was
Oh, okay.
like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, the standard at Clemson is high. An 11-3 season for some would be considered great, but not at Clemson. How do you think the Tigers are going to do this year?
Feel like offensively we've gotten a lot better. A lot of guys have come back, and defensively that's never a problem at Clemson. It's always going to be DLU over there, especially with you got Peter Woods, Vic Burley, the return of Luke and Tyler Davis, and you got Barrett Carter. Our defense is never the issue. We have a top 5 defense in the country, so I'm tuned into what the Tigers are going to do this year, but I think that they're going to turn a lot of heads. A lot of the doubters that have their doubts about Clemson this year. As far as with Cade Klubnik taking over the offense, I have no doubt I have no doubt that the Tigers are gonna go far this year. No doubt.
Oh yeah, not only are they defending a conference title, but they are looking to make that return to the college football playoffs. And I know a lot of people are high on Clemson right now, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. When you look at them on paper, it's like it's hard to be like, oh, name a better team, you know?
Exactly. That roster on paper look real good right now. So I mean, I don't see too many people who can stand in Clemson's way, especially in the ACC right now. Especially in the ACC. I don't see. The Florida State fans gonna be mad. Florida State fans gonna be mad this year.
Okay, okay. I can't wait to see it.